check. 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. Hello, everyone. Hello. Well, it's so very nice to see you. How are you on this beautiful Wednesday, this hump day? Yes, honey. Look, I'm wearing the shirt. Yes, today is that day. Because it is that day. Because it's Wednesday, guys. How is everyone? It is so good to see you all. It's so good to be here with you all. I have missed you guys. It has been a minute. It has been a hot second. If you guys are experiencing any delays in the video, just refresh your window. Yeah. But hi, Andrea. Hi, Claudia. Hi, MZ Moody. Hello, guys. Welcome in. Welcome everybody that's here. Hello, Varouche. How are you all? Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day, yes? So, in today's session, we are... Oh, perfect, Claudia. Okay, we are going to be talking about February. Yes, today is January 26th, and we're already reaching February, guys. It's a little nuts. January has been... From my point of view, January's has ended up being, ultimately, January has become a very good month for me. I definitely feel this union between the masculine and the feminine coming. February is going to be a good week as well, a good month as well. I have gotten through almost all of the February readings. I only have 2 more left. So those are coming out next week. Yeah, those should be out next week. So stay tuned for that. But it's feeling good for me. How has January felt for you all? Y'all here in the chat. How has February been? But while people type that up, we're just gonna get into February. Yeah. So grab yourself a glass of wine, grab yourself a beer. I've got a beer here. Smoke them if you got them. Let's get into this. Let's just chill. Let's just vibe. Let's talk about February. And what we're going to be, cheers to you guys. And what we're going to be focusing on in this video is mainly the astrology, at first, at least. And then I'm going to, and really, as I'm talking through the astrology, I'm going to be pulling some cards. And then we're actually going to get into a second half of this video where we're just going to be pulling cards for collective messages for the month of February. Yeah, keep in mind, you guys, this is a big old collective reading. If you are looking for a reading specific to your sign, just wait. They will be out later on if you are catching this before February has started, okay? Those are coming, but we're just talking to the whole collective here. So yeah, Varouche, you're saying it's been pretty good so far. Adam, hey Adam, January has been enlightening. You've gotten a lot of clarity on a few things in your life. Yeah. I bet you did. I got some pretty strong clarity as well. And in that vein, speaking to that, the clarity that I'm experiencing, yes, is clarification in terms of the reality that I experience, but also it's clarity in terms of, hey, Tamika, in terms of my intuition. I went through a really interesting transformation this month, a very strong and powerful transformation. And yes, it did happen right after the Sun-Pluto conjunction. We had the full moon on the 17th, which was last weekend-ish. It was 2 weekends ago. Right. Okay. So, we had it was last week, not weekend, but we had the full moon on the 17th. Uranus went direct, I believe, on the 16th. Full moon on the 7th. I'm sorry. Uranus direct on the 16th. The Sun-Pluto conjunction. I'm sorry, I'm all screwed up here. The Sun-Pluto conjunction was on the 16th. There it is. The full moon was on the 17th. And then gosh, was it literally right after that? Holy shit. But yeah, I absolutely felt the Sun-Pluto conjunction. And it was wild, it was loud, it was explosive, but it was truthful. And I came out of it feeling extremely empowered. Extremely empowered. Claudia, you're smelling your neighbor's cooking. Ooh, and she's Mexican. Oh, I bet that smells delicious. I am smack dab in the heart of a form of Spanish food. It's Caribbean Spanish. It's Puerto Rican food, but I freaking love it. I could live off of rice and beans, you guys. And I'm not trying to put that out there, universe. I'm not asking you to test me. I'm just saying I love it that much that, like, good rice and beans, man. I'm always down for some good rice and beans, y'all. Venus brought back an old flame and it was wonderful, but now you learned the lesson. Live life as it comes. Don't get attached. Hard lesson for this little Scorpio, but it was an amazing clarity. That is beautiful, Claudia. So it was Venus retrograde, and then the Mercury retrograde also helped you to fit in the new programming, or helped you to get that other perspective on top of the fact that Venus was already, bringing that up for you to see it clearly. And that's beautiful. That is really, really beautiful. So anyway, guys, we're going to get into this in a few moments. I just want to give it just a little bit more time. Let's chat a little bit more and see who else can join the party. Yes. And then we're going to get into it, and I'm really excited about it. I'm really, really excited about it. February. Oh, you know what? I forgot there was a second page to my notes here. Hold on a second. Let me continue to collect myself before we start. LOL. Yeah, you guys. This is gonna be fun. Oh, right. Okay, cool. All right, you guys, I'm ready. Go ahead and call me SpongeBob girl, because I am ready. Okay. Tamika, your month is remembering what you needed to know about specific relationships. But that's great. And strong confirmation for union is coming. Absolutely, Tamika. That is absolutely right. And keep in mind, you guys, even though Venus really, a lot of the time, what we focus on in terms of the energies of Venus, in terms of the realm of Venus, we automatically think it's all about love, and it's not. Yes, love, like interpersonal romantic relationships, is absolutely a factor. But Venus also rules, I kind of want to say, it's what I'm hearing. Venus also rules regular interpersonal relationships. Venus rules Libra as well as Taurus, right? And Libra is all about interpersonal relationships. It's about the social community, is about law and order, keeping balance, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, absolutely. All right, everybody. I think it's time we got this party started, yeah? Anybody that would like to timestamp, you are more than welcome to do so. Hey, Akira, you're more than welcome to do so. I'm not sure I'm going to do it at the end. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. I'm not making any promises. Okay, guys, so let's get started here. Welcome to February, everyone. So, how's who? Jinx? Jinx is doing quite well. She's out roaming around being a cat. So she's well. Sorry, I had to deal with some bots or spam. I don't know. All right, February. So getting into February. February is, well, as you can see from the title here, February is initiating the countdown. And I started talking about this in January, okay? So if you're just coming in, if you're new here, hi, my name is Eric. It's wonderful to meet you. We're going to be talking about the astrology and pulling some tarot for February. Please understand that I do approach astrology from the true sidereal system, not mainstream, or tropical or Vedic, okay? So go back and watch the January reading if you're not familiar. Oops, sorry guys. If you're not familiar with that one, if you haven't watched that one yet or anything like that, go ahead and definitely check out the January reading. But well, let's recap shortly. Hi, Coco Chanel. What was January? January was a month in which we had a new moon and a full moon. Yes, that's happening every month, just about this year. But we also had a conjunction between the Sun and Pluto, which was an extremely powerful moment. I can say so myself because I experienced an extreme empowerment at that moment. We also had Mars transiting through Ophiuchus, finishing his transit through Ophiuchus into Sagittarius, while simultaneously making a bit of a square up to Neptune. And I apologize to all of you who, especially you, Claudia, who said that you wanted me to do a divine masculine reading for that whole situation. I did end up doing it, but it happened on Patreon. And it literally just happened. It was a spur of the moment thing. The divine masculine was ready to speak, and so I put it out there. I did intend on doing a reading here on YouTube, but unfortunately that never materialized. So check out Patreon. You know, if you don't want to miss anything, get into Patreon. Yeah. Patreon.com/divine conversations. The link to that can be found in the description box below. But that happened. That was a massive healing point for the divine masculine, who is going through a massive reshaping. His final bit of a reshaping process before he goes on to conjunct or align with Venus in February. We'll get to that in a second. But that was probably pretty intense. And what I feel like here, what I'm channeling, what I'm hearing right now is it was like a kickoff point for whatever it was you ended up experiencing after the conjunction between the Sun and Pluto. So if you had a really powerful personal moment right after the conjunction between the Sun and Pluto, which was around the 16th of January, I believe, look at that through the eyes through the vein of what your masculine energy has been healing over the month of February. And understand, you guys, everybody's got masculine and feminine energy within, okay? So, but specifically it was the masculine, because Mars, who represents the masculine, was transiting through powerfully healing Ophiuchus while also making a square to Neptune, who, by the way, is in his home sign of Pisces. So that was opening up the depths of your subconscious, okay, and was bringing some things out from underneath the surface that really needed healing. And it needed to heal like this because you weren't going to be able to move forward when this conjunction between Mars and Venus ultimately happens if you hadn't done this healing of the masculine at this point, because the masculine has to be able to be an energetic vibratory harmony with that of Venus, right? And he can't be there if he's got this toxic shit that's weighing him down. So that's the healing process that we experienced over the month of January. All right. Let's see. Now, keep in mind, guys, Jupiter is still in Aquarius. I direct you to that Jupiter in Aquarius live stream that I did. You can find it in the live tab on my YouTube channel. Following your inner child, because Jupiter is going to be important come March. I believe. Yes, that's correct. Come March, Jupiter is going to be important. Now, speaking of March, the reason why January, February, and ultimately March were and are going to be, titled in this countdown way, right? So January was initiate launching sequence, right? Where we were gearing up, we were getting ready to launch. And that healing process that we experienced over the month of January, in terms of the masculine, was that element of gearing up. February is titled Initiate Countdown Sequence, because now we're ready. Because now we will say, as the astronauts here, as the explorers, as the masculine and the feminine, really as the masculine and the feminine, we are settled into our spaceships. We are hunkered in. We're strapped in. We've done our checks and blah, blah, blah. And now we get to start the countdown. And that countdown is for the blast off that comes in March. And that is between Mars and Venus, who will be conjunct and who will then ultimately be forming the last point of conjunction that Venus has been making with Pluto in March. That's our blast off point. So the extreme experience you may have had in January in terms of the Sun-Pluto conjunction. Think about the power that is going to be infused when the masculine and the feminine, who are now in union, as in the Mars and Venus are in conjunction, as they link up with the powerful energy of Pluto. That is our rocket launch. So that's what we're preparing for. So, February then. Why is February titled Initiate Countdown? Why is it also titled Will You Be My Valentine? Well, in order to talk about that, let me do a little bit of this. Here you have the chart for the month of February of 2022. This is as of February 1st at noon. The time at which this chart was drawn up is fairly arbitrary, although I wanted to draw it up on the 1st, and I did it at midnight. But if it was at midnight, then everything that you see at the top of the chart here would have been on the bottom, and that probably would have been too difficult to really see. So I decided to go with noon, and now it's all at the top. Easy peasy, easy access. As we talk through this, again, keep in mind that we are speaking from the true sidereal point of view, which does include Ophiuchus. Hi, Ophiuchus. It's been a really good month for you, hasn't it? Hell fucking yeah, it has. Anyway, it incorporates Ophiuchus, and then it also incorporates the true sizes of the constellations. As you can see here, Virgo is a big bitch, okay? So is Pisces. Taurus is fairly big, but then look at Scorpio. Scorpio's really tiny because he's right next to him is Ophiuchus. Mars is fairly small too. No, sorry, not Mars, Aries. Just keep that in mind, you guys, all right? So, will you be my Valentine? I mean, okay, you could say that I have chosen that title for clickbait, right? Because it's February, we literally have Valentine's Day on the 14th. Okay. But there's another reason. Because Mars and Venus, let me see if I can animate this for us real quick here. Mars and Venus go conjunct this month of February. And not only do they go conjunct this month, they just so happen to go conjunct on the 14th. Well, that's 15th. Their conjunction, as of noon on February 14th, Mars is at 17 degrees of Sagittarius. Venus is at 18 degrees of Sagittarius. So between the 14th and the 15th, Mars and Venus will have completely started their conjunction that they will entertain throughout the month of February from this point on, up until they go conjunct with Pluto in March. And then after that, they slowly move on, with their own orbits, and that takes them away from each other. But energetically, they have now been synced up. They've now been linked. And that, my dear friends, first of all, is something to cheers to. So cheers to that. But second of all, and this is something that I said over on Patreon, but second of all, Yanira! Hi, Jessica. Hi, guys. Something that I said over on Patreon is that this is all so perfect. Like, it's almost too perfect. Like, it's so perfect that something higher, something bigger, there has to be some sort of higher power that is orchestrating this, because these are massive celestial bodies that are orbiting around a big ball of fire. Without spirit, without some form of intelligent being, intelligent life form, I want to say, how could all of that happen? And how could all of these energies link up so perfectly the way they have been? And I said this over on Patreon, the way they have been ever since Uranus started his retrograde motion through Aries back in mid to late August of 2021. And y'all have been like, I sound like a broken record with that shit. Like, but because first of all, the fact that Uranus was retrograde is not something that is new or out of the ordinary. Uranus, Pluto, Neptune, Saturn, yes, Jupiter, they all go retrograde about 6 months every year. Okay, so it's not that big of a deal. But yet, Uranus's retrograde through Aries has been helping us to reshape ourselves in ways that are just insane. And then if you continue to watch, as I've been paying attention since then, I've been systematically watching all the pieces, all the energies be lined up in the appropriate ways at the appropriate times for these massive transformations within our sense of self, which is ultimately leading us towards a greater balance and harmony and union of the masculine and feminine. But all of this has been leading us down there. There has got to be a higher power. There has got to be something that has orchestrated all of this, because this is too damn perfect on some too many weird ways. Right? Okay. So that's the big, that's the big draw for February. That's the big thing this month that's keeping in line with the narrative in terms of the union of the masculine and the feminine. They literally come together. Mars and Venus literally come together this month, okay? The 14th into the 15th. Valentine's fucking day, okay? Like, shit, man. But that's not the only thing. There are some more things that I want to talk about for the month of February that are very specific to this month. All right. So let's talk through that. Okay. So first thing to note is that Mercury wraps up his retrograde motion by the 6th. I believe he will be fully direct by the 6th. These planets tend to take about 2 days to switch their station. So they're going direct, and then they take about 2 days to station retrograde, and then they go retrograde, and then they take about 2 days to station direct, and then they station direct. Okay. So by the 6th, Mercury will have officially been direct, right? And so, as I said, what's up, Robert? How you doing, boo? as I said in the Mercury retrograde video, which I still encourage you guys to check out if you haven't done so already, especially if you're new here to the channel. Even if we're like balls deep into February, right? And you're checking this reading out, I still encourage you to check out the Mercury retrograde reading live session that I did. That can be found on my channel in the live streams tab or section. But that would still apply, okay? You could still, even though the retrograde at that point will have been finished, say if we're deeper into February and you're just now watching this, even still, you can still learn something from it. You can still gain the clarity, the insight, the understanding, okay? Even though I'm talking about astronomical really alignments here on specific dates at specific times, that doesn't mean that the energy isn't necessarily still available to you, because energy is fluid. Time is an illusion, okay? All right, cool. So Mercury stations direct by the 6th of February. And what I'm hearing is by this point, you will have already had the opportunity to put some new programming in, to have changed thank you, Robert, to have changed your programming. And even Claudia, you said, you know, that you experienced this. You experienced a shift in your interpersonal relationships. So did you, Tamika. Okay, we do have the Magician that's just come out here. All right, so you will have manifested this already in some way. That's what I'm hearing for the collective. Of course, everything is fluid, right? So just take it as it resonates for you guys, okay? But that's what I've heard. For the most part of the individuals that find ourselves here that have been connecting with these messages over this extended period of time, by this point, by the time Mercury has gone direct, you will have already put a change in place, the Magician, okay? Let's see. What else do you want to say about this Magician in terms of Mercury going direct in February, please, Spirit? What else do you want to say about this? Yeah. Venus had a heavy effect on that. Venus had a heavy effect on the changes you have put in place in your life, okay? The first card that's come out here in terms of clarifying this Magician energy for the collective, for Mercury stationing direct in February. The first card that came out to clarify the Magician here is the Queen of Pentacles. All right, now, first and foremost, keep in mind, you guys, that we're not talking about gender here. We're talking about the energetic principles that these individuals represent. The Queen of Pentacles represents self-love, represents reciprocity, hard work. The Queen of Pentacles officially represents Capricorn, if you're going to attribute it to a specific sign. The Queen of Pentacles is very driven, but she's very, very home and house driven. She's also very community driven. She's the type of individual that is loving, that is mothering, that is nurturing. She brings that feminine side into the situation in terms of all those principles. She's very about her money. Okay, she's very about her stability. She's very about her pentacles, and she's not going to let anybody fuck with her stability, even if she has to cut your ass off, right? The Queen of Pentacles is the type of energy, or is the type of energetic balance that says, I am willing to give to you. I am willing to provide to you. I am willing to care for you. If you are willing to make an agreement and stand with the agreement to keep up your end of the bargain. Your end of the bargain being whatever it is she requires of you, or whatever it is you can agree to give. It's all about reciprocity with the Queen of Pentacles. And let me tell you something, she will be by your side. Homegirl has been by your side, and she will not leave your side unless you give her a very good reason to. And normally that good reason presents itself in the form of her being depleted or taken advantage of, or the agreement not being kept, whatever, that kind of energy, right? So in terms of what you will have installed into the hardware of your computer, because if you remember, hi Anna, hi Cheryl, if you guys remember from the Mercury retrograde reading, I did talk about use the analogy of us being computers and the brain being the hardware, the brain and the mind being the hardware, and the programming, your conditioning, whether that's social or familial or personal, whatever, your conditioning is the software. And Mercury retrograde has been providing you with an opportunity to rewrite that software. In some cases, delete that software altogether and install a brand new program. So by the time Mercury has gone direct in February, you will have in fact installed, the magician, installed a new program. And that new program, or that new programming, has to do with the principles of the Queen of Pentacles: reciprocity, equal give and take, balance and harmony within the home, the family, the physical reality, your friends group. Venus's retrograde motion, which she will have finished by the end of January. I believe she goes direct on the 29th. I'll have to check that to make sure. But Venus's retrograde motion through Sagittarius has 100% been helping you to change this, because Venus retrograde has been bringing us an opportunity to reassess our interpersonal relationships. For some of you here, thank you, Tamika, by the 29th. For some of you here, you've already said that, but it's helped bring certain energies back, whether it's just a memory, as in the conjunction between Mars and Neptune, whether it's just a memory, or whether it's an actual person, or like the person, or it's the same energy, but a different person. It brought that cycle back for you in order for you, Venus retrograde, in order for you to see it from a different perspective. Mercury retrograde has also allowed you to see it from a different perspective, but has also opened your mind to the point where now you can rewrite the programming, okay? With that, you have the 9 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. There's a strong level of perseverance that is involved here with this new programming. The Magician, okay? You are kind of battered and bruised, maybe. 9 of Wands, I'm getting an image of a big battle having happened. Conjunction between the Sun and Pluto in January. Okay, but a big battle having happened, right? There's smoke and destruction everywhere. And you are rising up out of that, heaving. Because you just fought the battle of your life. But you survived. And you're standing up out of it. But you're not just standing up out of it. You're standing up out of it from this new perspective, having greater boundaries surrounding you. Hi, Psychic Tarot. 7 of Wands, right? Overall energy is the 6 of Cups. Okay. Overall energy here is the 6 of Cups to the 4 of Cups to the 6 of Wands to the Devil to the Page of Cups. So what have you had installed by the time Mercury goes direct? A complete removal of yourself from toxic energies. Only accepting reciprocity. I'm sorry if I burped in your ear, by the way. Only accepting reciprocity. Literally leaving the devil behind for the new emotional reality. That's freaking beautiful, you guys. And that's just the wrap up of the Mercury retrograde, which happens by the 6th of February, okay? Hold on. There's something here that I wrote down in my notes that I have not been focusing on. So I kind of want to check this out really quick. Right quick. Oh, it happens after. It happens after. Okay. Excellent. Yes. All right. So the next big thing to talk about for the month of February, you guys, is in fact the next conjunction that the Sun makes. let's go back, because this happens fairly early in the month. As you can see, we're back to February 1st here. You guys can see this, right? Yes, you can. Okay, great. We're back to February 1st here. And the sun is in Capricorn. It's about halfway, is reaching the midpoint within Capricorn. And as you can barely see, but Saturn is right here. Not that. Saturn is right here. Okay. The sun is right here on the 4th. So actually, just as Mercury is stationing direct, you guys, Saturn is conjuncting with the sun. Now, just like the conjunction between the sun and Pluto that happened in January, it's not like this is that big of a deal in terms of the fact that it's not a rare aspect. The sun moves through the zodiac in one complete cycle throughout the year. So as the sun is moving through the zodiac, it's conjuncting with everything. In March, it's going to conjunct with Pluto. In April, it's probably April, it's going to conjunct with Neptune. You know what I'm saying? So like, okay. But we're going to focus on this, and we need to focus on this. I've been channeling this for the signs for February, okay? I still have 2 more readings to do, but those are coming out pretty soon. But this Sun-Saturn conjunction this month is a focal point. It's definitely something we need to talk about, just like the Sun-Pluto conjunction in January, last month, right? But the reason being is because Saturn is creating a checkpoint for us this month. And this might sound kind of scary. You may not like hearing this so much, but Saturn is trying to check your work. And it's not the type of check. I don't want you guys to enter into that thinking, oh no, here comes Saturn, here comes this big like disciplinarian and all that. Ooh, chow. Here comes this big disciplinarian and all that trying to bust my balls, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not the case. Okay. Saturn is creating this checkpoint for us, this energetic checkpoint, because Saturn wants us to elevate. Saturn wants us to go through this transformation, death. There is a side to Saturn this month that I didn't necessarily expect. And I'll tell you why. It's because Saturn is currently in its home sign of Capricorn, right? Saturn rules Capricorn, but Saturn also rules Aquarius. And we know the side of Saturn, that's the disciplinarian, that's law and order, that's the jailer, okay? And that's very Capricorn. Because that side is like, look, it is what it is. We have this structure in place and we're moving forward with it. I don't care what you have to say about it. This is where we're going. This is what has been set in stone. This is what we're doing here. Very Saturnian, right? For better or for worse. But there's also another side to Saturn. And you would think with Saturn being in Capricorn, one of its home signs, it would probably be expressing more of the Capricorn energy. And actually it is, but I'll stick a pin in that for a second. Because there's another energy that's coming through for Saturn right now. And it's his Uranian side. Because what I was feeling as I was channeling through all of this for us was that Saturn is hell-bent on making some sort of change happen this month. Death. Some sort of transformation. And I was like, change? That's not Saturn. What? Okay, well, actually, that's Aquarian. Right, okay. And so this is the other side of Saturn that we are less familiar with, or we don't initially go to when we think of Saturn. This is the side of Saturn that says the opposite of what he says in Capricorn. He says here, we are changing this. Time moves on, and so shall we. And what does time do? Time brings change. In a sense, Saturn is a little bit of a timekeeper for us. I believe that is a way that he's understood. But anyway, I'm like, okay, all right, okay, cute, Saturn, I understand. I know you have this side to you here, but where is this coming from? Like, why is this being expressed right now? And as I was reading through things, my intuition said to me, look at the aspects here. And I was like, okay. So I looked at what aspect Saturn was making at this moment, and sure enough, Saturn is squaring up. You can see it right down here in the aspects section in the bottom left of your screen. You can also see it in the center here, this red line from this point, which is Uranus in Aries, who is now officially direct at this point. Well, actually, he's direct right now as of the 26th of January, but Uranus is squaring up to Saturn. And who does Uranus rule? Say it with me now. Aquarius. You can't make this shit up, you guys. You can't. You can't make this shit up. So that's where this energy of being hell-bent on creating change is coming from in terms of Saturn. And that's why this conjunction between the Sun and Saturn is feeling like a checkpoint for us in which Saturn is checking our work. And no, he's not doing it just to bust your balls, even though he probably does get a little bit of enjoyment out of it. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not gonna steal that from him. Cheers to you, Saturn. Do you, boo. Get your jollies. Get your jollies, Saturn. I'm spilling beer all over my cards. Anyway. What was I saying? So he's hell-bent on change. And he's not creating this checkpoint just to bust our balls. He literally wants to make a point to check our work, to make sure we are in an energetic, harmonic alignment with that which we're trying to ascend to come the Sun-Jupiter conjunction in March, in which I direct you back to the Jupiter in Aquarius reading live stream over in the lives tab section. Overall energy at the bottom of the deck right now is the Knight of Wands. This is your new trajectory. This is your new alignment. This is your new passion project. These are your new feelings, your new emotions, your new connection with spirit and the divine, your new connection to the universe, your new connection to the earth, and whatever all of that is driving you towards. Underneath this is the Queen of Swords here. There's Saturn again, saying, whoa, buddy, did you do your homework? We're not trying to bust your balls. We're saying if you didn't do your homework, then you're not an energetic match and you can't move past this checkpoint yet. And for some of what I channeled in the past, I don't remember exactly when I said it, but it felt like if you don't make this checkpoint here come February, right? You might have another chance when the Sun opposes Saturn later on in the year. I haven't even looked that far yet. That was just an intuitive channeling that's happening. All right. So yeah, some of the things that I wrote down here is hand in your projects, show proof of certification. Like say you were going through a course and you needed to complete X amount of hours and X amount of requirements in order to gain your certification in this course. So in essence, what we are doing here with this Sun-Saturn conjunction in the month of February, we are literally handing in our certificates of completion. Literally. And if you don't have a certificate, for whatever reason, no judgment here, okay? No judgment. But if you don't have that certificate, quite frankly, quite simply, you can't move forward. Not to say that you won't get another chance. Nobody is ever fully, truly left behind. You are only to remain in the energetic state that you are prepared for. The universe, spirit is not going to give you more than you're prepared or ready for because it could literally destroy you. And that's not the point here. Destroying egos, reworking egos, hell fucking yeah. But destroying your soul, the essence of who you are, no. We ain't in the business of doing that, says the universe, okay? I got an image also as I was channeling through this. I got an image of Saturn coming up saying, testing, testing. Is this thing on? Okay, some of you will get that. Anyway, what else do we want to say? Okay. You know, Saturn really wants you to express what it is you truly want. Saturn wants to hear what it is that you want from the depths of your soul, not from your ego. For some of you, that's literally all you have to do at this checkpoint. Because the healing process you have been going through over this time, especially in terms of the masculine energy or your masculine energy, right? Part of the healing process that we have been going through, again, especially with Uranus being retrograde through Aries, I want to get back to that in a second. But it's been about reaching your true authentic self and allowing yourself to express that. So, hello, square between Saturn and Uranus. Uranus is having such a heavy effect on Saturn right now. They're literally teaming up here. Literally teaming up. Okay. And I talked about this in the Mercury retrograde live stream. But they're teaming up because Uranus has been creating a moment for us to really reshape ourselves. Uranus has been retrograde through Aries from, I believe, August 18th to late January. I'm sorry, about January 16th, somewhere around the full moon in January. 6 months. And as he's been retrograde in Aries, this is Uranus, the planet of great change, the planet of liberation. Uranus is associated with Aquarius because Uranus is all about technology, is all about advancement, is all about expansion, is all about freedom. Uranus actually works to help liberate you from some of the structures that Saturn has had you put in place. So if you're going to be changing the structure of your life, if you're going to be changing the structure of yourself, who else but Saturn to check your work at the end of it? Okay. But with Uranus squaring up with Saturn at this time, there's tension here. A square is an aspect in which you are faced with something, a challenging event, in which you have to now figure out a way to approach this situation outside of what you would normally do or outside of how you would normally handle it. So Uranus has been moving retrograde through Aries, which has been helping you liberate yourself, helping you release yourself from the attachments, from the structures, from the beliefs, from the codependencies, whatever you wanted to call it, however you want to describe it, helping you to have released those structures, those burdens, in order for more of the authentic you to come forward. Just in January alone, we were empowered to put that new sense of self in place with the conjunction between the Sun and Pluto, with Mercury being retrograde. What has also helped us here is the Venus retrograde, right? Which has been helping us reshape our values, reshape our reality, reshape our alignment to money, reshape our alignment to interpersonal relationships and romantic relationships. You had the ability in January to put that new sense of self in place. And now in February, this tension between Saturn and Uranus is felt in terms of the two of them coming together and standing in front of you and saying, "What have you learned here?" says Uranus. "Who are you now?" says Uranus. Saturn says, "Let me check your work. Let me make sure you have everything in order, because I have every intention of you moving forward." Death to the Ace of Wands. What do you want is the question that Saturn asks for you. So for some of you, getting through this checkpoint is literally clearly stating what it is you truly want. And Saturn wants to hear that from the depths of your soul, not from who your ego has conditioned you into being. So draw on what the retrograde motion of Uranus, which does happen once a year, by the way, but draw on the retrograde motion of Uranus that we just experienced and speak your truth. Five of Cups is at the bottom of the deck right now, okay? Some of you do have a hard time with speaking that truth because of what it is you are having to leave behind in order to do it. But let me tell you something. You are being liberated here, darling. Homeboy, homegirl, you are being liberated here. So whatever it is you face losing for this, good riddance. I'm saying. Don't shoot the messenger, y'all. I'm just saying. Okay? Hold on, you guys. I've been sitting here just ranting and rambling, and I haven't been keeping up with the chat. Hi, everybody. Hi, Hellish Babe. Hey, Mel. Oh, Maruka. Hi, Maruka. Maruka Baraja. Maruka Baraja. Hi, baby. Yeah. Cheers to you guys. Cheers to us all. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I want to get more on this Sun-Saturn conjunction here. And the checkpoint that Saturn is creating for us this month. Keep in mind, you guys, that this is still just a general reading, okay? I still have monthly readings for each sign, all right? So we're going to talk to each sign specifically later on. What else do you want to say, Saturn? Damn. All right, we're back to the Knight of Wands here. Hi, Tony. We're back to the Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So this is your new alignment. Okay. Saturn says you've been doing a hell of a lot of work. Three of Pentacles to regain, reclaim, or reshape a sense of balance in your life. Two of Pentacles, and you absolutely should be damn proud of yourself, because I know I am, says Saturn, right? It's time to look the devil, to look the attachments, to look all of the toxic shit in the face and say your time is done. And that toxicity could just be you no longer denying yourself that which you truly want, Ace of Wands. Keep your defenses up. And we're not saying be overly defensive, but like keep your boundaries up. Seven of Wands, keep your boundaries up. That's all that needs to be said. That's right. Keep your boundaries up because you're moving forward. The Chariot. I know that shit is right. Sister, honey, friend, boo-boo, child, brother, all y'all. So keep an eye on that. Now, the conjunction between the Sun and Saturn happens on the 4th, officially. But we're going to be feeling the effects of this throughout the month. It doesn't have to happen. Something big, drastic doesn't have to happen or change exactly around that time. This is going to be much less extreme than the Sun-Pluto conjunction. But it's still going to be powerful nonetheless, okay? Now, with that said, there's also a minor other thing to talk about here. Because Mercury does make a conjunction with Pluto this month, in February. And this is kind of amplifying what it is you learned and or reprogrammed or rewrote during the Mercury retrograde. So it's kind of like a teaser or a reminder. You, at this point, When does this happen? Yeah, see, Four of Wands just came out. And what I was going to say is you at this point might feel super, super empowered. And in terms of this reminder that may happen here, let me see when this happens. In terms of this reminder that may happen here, you just may get a stark reminder of who it is you were in the past that you are not now. Because this change has been made, it's been completed. When does this happen? I'm going backwards. No, I was going forward. When does this happen? When does this, oh, it happened, wait, I'm not paying attention. Sorry, guys. It happens on the 11th. The conjunction between Mercury and Pluto. This is another empowerment point, to be quite honest. And Queen of Cups is at the bottom of the deck right now, but this is another empowerment time. Anything that goes conjunct or makes any sort of aspect with Pluto is going to be extreme, okay? Pluto is the planet of the supervillain, right? All my Scorpios, y'all know what I said to you in January. But at this point, you're really just gonna feel very solid, I feel like. Four of Wands, you're gonna feel super proud of yourself. I'm also getting a feeling of being very excited of what's to come throughout this new alignment that you've attained or achieved. Three of Pentacles. Yep. The self-work you've done. That's really beautiful. Yeah. And the Ace of Wands. Look at this. Look at this shit, man. You guys, you can't make it up. Hold on. Wait, let me make it bigger for you. Oh, it was already big. Oh no, you didn't see all of that. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway. Ace of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Four of Wands. Okay. Empowerment, settled, temperance. You're going to feel real good. You're going to feel real good by the time Mercury goes conjunct with Pluto. Because you really have learned the lesson. You really have rewritten the programming, y'all. This is not a lie. This is no joke. Okay, so even if you're watching this later on in the month and you think back, wow, that really did happen. Yeah, guys, this is no joke. This shit is real. And the faster you get on board, the better you are yourself, the better off you are. Because now you're moving with the energies of the universe as they are meant to be, because that's what they are now. No shade. I'm just saying. Just saying. Anyway, what else do we want to talk about here? Anything else? Divine union happens. Yes, yes, yes. Marriage between the masculine and the feminine. Yes, yes, yes. This could be bringing love into your life. This conjunction between Mars and Venus could be bringing love into your life. Mel. All of the work that you did on your feminine side over the course of 2021, which has led to work on the masculine, now culminates in the union of both. They come together officially right after Valentine's Day. Big old LOL. Okay. Now, last thing I have here. The moon cycle. Yeah, let's talk about the moon cycle. Let's see. Let me do this. Make sure you guys can see. There we go. There's no point to having this up here if you can't see it. Okay. Let's go back. So we have the new moon on the 2nd. No, wait a second. Oh no, it's the 1st. Okay. So we have the new moon around the 1st. This is January 31st. The moon, as you can see here, by noon on February 1st, the moon has already moved past its conjunction with the sun, which is what creates the new moon. So the new moon is happening from the 31st into the 1st, the 31st of January into the 1st of February. And this is happening in Capricorn, okay? Again, structural energy. This new moon here. Okay, so the new moon. If you have anything that you need to put in place, at this point, you'll know what it is and you'll have the opportunity to do it. That's the best time to do it during a new moon, okay? New perspectives, new insights may be coming through. What do we have for the collective for the new moon? Anything for the new moon? I just realized I'm probably not going to get into a second part of this reading because I'm pulling cards as we're going through it. Okay, you do have the star. Wish fulfillment, hope, seeing the path in front of you is what I'm hearing about the star in terms of the new moon. Yeah, so you're going to have an idea. You're going to have an objective to work towards by the time the new moon happens, if you haven't done so already. Okay. Yes. Okay, yeah. And then the next thing that's come out with that is the Seven of Cups. So some of you actually have been in a little bit of a confused state. You've been kind of still dealing with the devil energies. But what I feel like in terms of that, you guys, is that the devil energies have been trying to confuse you. This is an effect of the toxic energies, the toxic ties, pulling you back, trying to keep you from moving forward, trying to inject confusion, fear, pain, anger into your situation so that you get off course. But by the time this new moon happens, January 31st into the February 1st, you will have had that course correction, is what I'm hearing. Being able to see the path in front of you, the star, Knight of Swords, and being able to cut away all of the confusion. Knight of Swords, Seven of Cups. Okay, this is for the new moon, right? Anything else we want to say about the new moon? Last one here. Okay. The Four of Wands has come out here. It did come out reversed, even though Spirit is saying it's not in reverse. But the message there was old foundations have been released and let go of in favor of the new one. And that's why the Four of Wands needs to be upright. And the Four of Wands in reverse absolutely does give me feelings of interpersonal relationships that were toxic ties, that were holding you down, that were holding you back, leading you astray. And then with that out, the overall energy at the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Wands. You will have released these burdens, or at least you will have an opportunity to do so in terms of the alignment that Venus has influenced for you. Ten of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Six of Cups, and this is a law, the Hierophant. This is a law. This is not something you're gonna get around. This is not a veil you're going to be able to pierce, because it's not a fucking veil. It's a rule. The Hierophant. The Hierophant, excuse me. Just saying. And you are putting these rules into place, my dear. You are putting these rules into place. Hi, Joey. All right. So with that said, that was the new moon. Let's talk about the full moon for a hot second. Real quick. So the full moon happens. Let's find out. It happens when? It happens here. On the 16th of February. Okay. Now, at this point, the sun will have transited into Aquarius and the moon will be in Leo. Empowerment in terms of your personal self-expression. So, okay, guys. All right, full moon. Check it out. Be careful. The moon will be in Leo, while the sun is in Aquarius. The sun being in Aquarius is liberation. Liberation. Okay. And then in terms of the moon, of the energy of the moon, that being in Leo, Leo is all kinds of expressive. So some of y'all, man, y'all may be shouting some shit from the rooftops, honey. I mean, the full moon energies are wild anyway, right? I keep hearing a sense of empowerment. Some of you are actually going to be expressing your need to release certain burdens. And some of those burdens could heavily be involved with your interpersonal relationships. And I say that because Aquarius is very much a communicative, very much a social sign. Aquarius is the great liberator. Aquarius is very emotionally detached because Aquarius works to create freedom for all. So they need to be emotionally detached so they can do that effectively. They can't get emotionally involved with the plight of people or they'll never get anywhere, right? Aquarius intends to liberate, which is also why Aquarius is associated with Uranus. But with the moon being in Leo, a sign of the self and personal self-expression, any sort of liberation that is required for you is going to be expressed. If you need to do so, if it hasn't been done already, if you haven't done so already, be careful, because either this could be really good or really bad. And oh my God, that makes so much sense, because as I was saying that, I was thinking of the energies of a trine, because this feels like a very slippery slope here. It could go one of two ways. It could go really great. I'll call you back. It can either go really great or really wrong. That's the energy of a trine. And with that said, I'm sorry, guys. With that said, we do have a trine happening between Uranus and Mars at this time. Mars is very expressive. Mars is very direct, to the point. Aries energy, right? Mars is the fighter, is the warrior. There may be a sense of fighting a personal war around this time. And with this trine between Uranus and Mars, again, Uranus ruling Aquarius, the great liberator. Some of you are going to be expressive, honey. There may even be something that triggers a massive explosion from you. But this explosion feels like it would come because you are trying to defend yourself, or at least you are trying to release yourself from some burdens that you no longer intend to carry. Okay? Full moon. I mean, at this point also, if you look at the chart here, make sure, can you guys, yes, you can see that. If you look at the chart here, at this point of the conjunction, of the opposition between the sun and the moon, which creates the full moon, at about noon on the February 16th, the sun is only at 1 degree of Aquarius. And guys have heard me say in the past, moving through the signs is like aging wine. At 1 degree of Aquarius, this is just grape juice. So there may be a lack of maturity involved here. And then take Leo into the picture, right? Which is childish to begin with, or at least Leo rules the 5th house, which is the house of your children, potentially. Leo can be very childish, but also Leo loves to express and is very much connected to the energies of the inner child. So that's not a bad thing. But the energy, that aspect of Leo, plus the fact that the sun is only at the 1st degree of Aquarius, could be a little childish. Could be lacking in a bit of finesse. Let's say that. Lacking in finesse. That's possible. It's very possible. Okay. What else do we want to say about the full moon here? What else do we want to say about the full moon here? Oh, damn, y'all. I swear, you cannot make this shit up. Damn. The Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords, y'all. Your sense of reciprocity? Oof, God forbid anybody that gets into your way and crosses your path in a bad way in terms of this around the full moon. Because let me tell you something. Homeboy, homegirl ain't having it. And I mean like, ain't having it, okay? So watch yourselves, guys. If you intend on disrespecting someone or holding someone hostage in some way, you are going to get the very wrong end of that sword. There may be some people that actually try to create illusions. So this could be an aspect of that devil energy or the past attachments trying to hold you back. trying to keep you confused. 7 of Wands, 4 of Wands, trying to keep you off your path, the Star. Trying to keep you off your path. Listen, I know I'm talking about things could get pretty aggressive and all that, and you have every right to defend yourself, but I'm not saying go out there popping off, acting a fool. That's never acceptable. That could happen with this Leo energy, but that's never acceptable. It could happen with the Aquarian energy too, but that's never that is never, what's the word? I just said it. Acceptable. But also think about the energy dynamic between the elements here. Aquarius is an air sign. Leo is a fire sign. What fuels fire? Oxygen. Be careful, y'all. Be careful, y'all. You have every right to defend yourself, okay? Every right. Okay. Yeah, I'm good there. I'm going to pause for a second. I'm gonna regroup and we're gonna change the vibe a bit. I am gonna do a second part of this reading. I just want to pull some more. I'm actually wanting to work with the Energy Oracle deck, some more Tarot, and then close out with the Oracle of the 7 Energies. So stay tuned. I will be right back. Grab yourself some refreshments, hit the head, and I'll see you in a second. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. How are we feeling, y'all? We're almost at the end of our session here. Claudia, you're having lunch. Hi, Joe. Oh, wait. I already said hi. Hi, Tamia. No, the reading isn't over yet. We still have one more section to get through. At this point, the part of the reading that's over is the astrological chat. Now I'm just going to pull some general energies here. Yeah, we're going to start with the Energy Oracle deck. I'm going to give this 5 shuffles for February 2022. 1, 2, 3. Love is in the air. Everywhere I look around. 4. I mean, it is Valentine's month, you guys. What messages do we have for February? But of course, as we've been discussing, this is the month in which Venus and Mars make their conjunction. The start of their conjunction. The start of their conjunction that lasts from about the 14th through mid-March. All right, so energies for February. What messages? What's going on for the collective for February? What's going on? Hi, Ivy. What's going on for February? I just heard the energetic imbalance, and you have the temple path. So this is an imbalance between your spiritual life and your mundane 3D life. There is an energetic balance. Excuse me. Yes, there is an energetic balance that needs to be achieved and is going to be achieved by many respects over the month of February. Okay. It's time to bring this to your awareness. It's time for you to see it and to understand it for what it truly is, so that you can make the necessary changes so that you can move forward in your life. Discount chocolate. Mel, I love you. Mel says February 15th is my favorite day of the year because discount chocolate, y'all. Discount chocolate, y'all. Okay, so what else for February? What else for February? All right, y'all. This is a message that's been coming through for the collective. I don't necessarily like talking about it, but it's coming through the messages for the collective, so I'm going to talk about it. You have now, in association with your temple path, or the path that your soul is meant to walk here on this planet, you're about to face some envy, or at least you have been facing this envy. This came out in a Patreon reading yesterday. If you're not on Patreon, go ahead and check it out. Patreon.com/divineconversations. You'll never miss anything. You will never miss any messages if you subscribe to Patreon, because I either upload to Patreon or I upload to YouTube. So why not have both? Josiah. Ooh, that's wonderful. That's nourishment for the soul. I always tend to appreciate dreams in which I am eating something because I'm being nourished. So that's lovely. Nourishment is happening. But there are some envies. There are some envious people, some envious situations that you're going to have to come up against. Jinx. Hi, Jinxie. But please understand that any hostilities that you face, or any evil or negatively spirited energy that is thrown at you or that is coming at you, it's not going to stop you. Hostilities in reverse in action. And it's not going to stop you. It's not even going to be able to touch you because of the action you have already been taking the action that is already in place. You don't even have to bat an eye at this action anymore. You're just naturally doing what it is that you do, which is bringing light to this world in your specific way, the temple path. But there are, in fact, going to be energies that are envious of this, envious of you because of it. Envy. But you don't have to worry about this. Some of you are facing anxiety here because of it, but quite honestly, most of what you're feeling is the anxiety of other people who have doubted you, who have gotten you wrong, and who have been trying to exploit you this whole time, or who have been throwing hostile energies, whatever, towards you at this time. What you're feeling is their experience right now because you are unstoppable. Why? Because you're connected to the truth of your soul. You are connected to your temple path. You are connected to God, Source, Creator. You are connected to the divine. You are connected to the universe. And the universe has the power here. No one else. So you can either get with the program, or you can just keep facing this anxiety. Cheers. I'm being guided to move to Tarot now. That's really cool, Josiah. Tarot here. Spirit is wanting to talk about... Damn. Okay, so this is... Ooh, hi, Jinx. This is kind of jumping the gun a little bit. Not really. There's... You guys need to know about something. You remember what I was talking about in the Jupiter in Aquarius reading? If you haven't watched that yet, you should really go watch it. Because what I was saying in that reading was, yeah, there's a lot of expansion and a lot of good luck coming. But there's also going to be a lot of purgatory type experiences for some people. Because Jupiter being in Aquarius is driving change, is liberating people, but is also doling out a little bit of karma. Well, quite frankly, it's doling out all karma. Some people find themselves on a beneficial side, on a good side, on a bright side. Some of them... 5 shuffles here. 1. You need that chicken in your life. This is 2. Spirit wants to talk about this envious energy right now. This is 3. You need to know something about this. This is 4. She's trying to harm you. She's trying to tame you. She's trying to mock you. This is 5. She's doing all of these things quietly, hoping you won't understand the experience, but it is, in fact, the case. Take it as it resonates. Envy. What do you want to say about this, please, Spirit? Envy. Okay, now I get it. She, the Queen of Swords. I don't know who this she is for you. For some of you, it's a mother, your mother, grandmother, your sister, your friend. It could just be a feminine figure, a feminine energy. But what I was just saying of she is doing all of these things, she's mocking you, like whatever I just said there, she, here she is. Queen of Swords. But she has come out with the Moon. This is not so good. Because this is an individual that is using sleight of mind, whatever that means, in order to manipulate a situation. So instead of sleight of hand, she, or this Queen of Swords energy, is using sleight of mind. She's playing games, she's playing tricks. She's hoping you won't see what's actually going on here. Now, this doesn't have to just be a woman. This could be a man. It could be two people, it could be multiple people, who knows? But it also could be a man, because we're not just talking about gender here, we're talking about the properties of the Queen of Swords. And she's not an energy that you really want to rub up against anyway. Because if you think the Queen of Pentacles isn't having it, girlfriend, bro, let me tell you something. The Queen of Swords really ain't having it. And she will slice and dice your ass so quick. So quick. And in some cases, she'll do it for fun. Leave you gutless. Just for the hell of it. That's the Queen of Swords sometimes. And when she's paired with the Moon, man, either this person is in some sort of extreme illusion themselves, their selves, or they are trying to create one. And it could be quite a bit of both. She could be trying to, or this person could be trying to create this illusionary situation because she or he themselves are already in their own illusion. And quite frankly, it feels like that illusion that they may be in is driving a hell of a lot of fear, which could be why this person is acting in this Queen of Swords manner. Trying to right the situation in which they don't even realize what's right or what's really truly right or wrong about it. Okay. But there's another side to this equation. And that's you. The Chariot, the Hermit, the Sun, and the Seven of Pentacles. So here you go, coming through with all your light. And not just light, but experience, knowledge, physical, mental, emotional wealth, all gained through experience. And all you are doing is expressing that truth, which in fact is your God-given right. Nobody has to give you permission to express your truth. You were given permission when you incarnated on this planet. So what else do you need? Not this person's approval. Who even is she? Does she even know? Because I can tell you something. You sure know who you are. The Sun, the Hermit, the Chariot. For some of you, this is your mother, or this is a family member, or this is a very close friend, or this is someone that you hold very dear to you. There is something about this situation or about this relationship that you are ultimately just going to have to leave behind, and that doesn't come without its woes. Three of Wands, Five of Cups, the Star, and the Fool are all at the bottom of the deck as an overall energy here. So now, Josiah, you're saying kind of resonating with that, but also not really. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Keep in mind this is a general reading, but also keep in mind that I'm being very Leo right now and being super dramatic. like super dramatic. Woo! Okay, anyway, it's fun, right? Right. Right, okay. Anything else you want to say about this, Spirit? Anything else? Because we're still talking about this envy here. Like, what else do you want to say, Spirit, about this envy? Ten of Cups. That's enough. Okay. God, this could be even a whole family of people. A group of people, a community of people. 10 of Cups. Yikes. I just heard also this could be a social or a spiritual alignment. Maybe even a religious alignment because of the realm of spirit that's kind of brought into that. But at the bottom of the deck is the 7 of Swords to the 7 of Cups. I mean, talk about illusion, backstabbing, fear-mongering. I mean, just some shady shit, man. That ain't cute. It's not cute. But your alignment here is what's putting an end and what's putting a stop to this. The Lovers, the 10 of Pentacles, and the World, followed by the Knight of Cups. Your heart is leading the way here. You are in divine alignment. All is well. All is well. All is well. Stop doubting yourself. All is well. You've received the change in perspective that you needed or would need in order to get over something like this, or in order to move past, move beyond, jump this hurdle, climb this mountain, face this enemy, however you want to describe it. You received the change in perspective and the subsequent enlightenment from that is allowing you to even pass by this unscathed anyway. So really, what is it that you're worried about? You know who it is you are. You know what it is you stand for, what it is you're doing here. Quite frankly, some of you know better of what it is you're doing here than they know, right? Than they even know for themselves, is what I'm saying. So how could they stand in the way? It just doesn't logically make sense. It's a completely different energetic vibration. That is a mismatch. In order for them to be able to stop you, you would still need to be in that energetic vibration with them. That's it. Plain and simple. That is how this works. And you overcome this because you change your vibe. Straight up and down. Knight of Cups, the Hanged Man, the 2 of Pentacles, and that good old Queen of Pentacles again. For the last hour and 40 minutes, the Queen of Pentacles has just kept coming up. You can't stop this. You can't. Divine alignment is here. The union between the masculine and feminine is here. You can't stop it. Unless you literally want to reach up into the heavens and stop Venus and Mars from conjuncting. Please try. You have no power or control over that. That is way beyond your scope. So I guess you could try and face the consequences, but that is not for me to decide. Nor do I want to. It's none of my business. That's it. We're going to close this out with the Oracle of the 7 Energies. 5 shuffles here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Spirit makes me laugh. This is 5. Closing Oracle guidance for February. Okay. overall energy is earth magic. Card number 1. Tap into the earth, man. Tap into the beauty that the earth has for us. The power, the raw energy the earth has waiting for us to tap into. Tap into it. We have card number 9. The Rose's Kiss. Oh, wait. Yes. Well, gee, that's fitting. February, Valentine's Day, roses, kisses. Right? Okay. Spirit is saying that they want me to read this from the book. The key concepts of this card are joy, experiencing pleasure, deep satisfaction and enjoyment, desires acknowledged, 5 sensory reality. Take a deep breath and center on the feeling of joy. Can you allow your senses to awaken and connect with your innate desire to experience all life has to offer? Pleasure is part of life. Let yourself surrender to it today. Our modern times often present a false ideal of how we are meant to experience the world. Connections are lost and distorted by our over-reliance on technology. Just look around and see how few people actually maintain eye contact or engage in conversation. Instead of tapping away at a screen, pause and consider how you can make more intimate contact. Connecting with nature, enjoying the sensual pleasures of sex, and or being aware of the sensations of taste, touch, smell, sight, and sound may be important right now. How do your sheets feel? Can you reach out and feel the heat and softness of your companion animal nestled beside you? Be present to another person, see them, and let yourself be seen. Your 5 senses are aching to be engaged right now. This is an invitation to get out of your head and into your body. You may be a spiritual and intelligent being, but right now the emphasis should be on having a sensory experience. This is a sacred part of this gift of life. By being present to the sensual world, you invite an even deeper spiritual experience. Amazing, isn't it? Perhaps it really is time to stop and kiss the roses. That was so cute. No, I'm not pulling any more cards. This is done. We're done. I love you guys. Hi, Bobby. Oh, Bobby, I've missed you. How have you been? I just finished, but that's okay. You can watch it back later. How do you guys feel? I know that was pretty intense, at least on my end. But it felt good. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Please make sure to smash that like button for me if you did so. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. I am available for private readings. All the information is in the description box below. Also, check me out on Patreon for extra monthly content, yeah? Oh, hi, you woman, you! Anyway. Okay, cool, Bobby. Coolio-yo. All right, guys, I think I'm going to pack it in now. It was so wonderful to be here with you. I hope you have a fantastic February. Look out for the February monthly readings for all of the signs. They pack a wallop. Let me just tell you, okay? I mean, this is going to be a pretty intense month. We have a conjunction between the Sun and Saturn, okay? Okay. I love you guys so much. Yes, I will talk to you all soon. Please be safe. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your night. Enjoy whatever. I love you, and I look forward to connecting with you again for our next reading very, very soon. Yes? Excellent. Take care. Bye.